Hey Stones Hill, Pastor Tom here with you. You can tell things are a little bit different here today. I'm going to try something. I want to do an illustration with you. Again, I try to fill you in on things that we talk about on our Wednesday nights, but also just give you little bits of information as well. One of the things we had discussed, and I think it's an important discussion, it's something that we really need to focus in on, is the fact of rumors, of gossip. When we say something, our words matter, and we need to be aware of that. And one of the things, we had an illustration when I was in youth ministry, and I love this illustration because it just really points to, once you say something, you can never get those words back. Whether it's online or if it is coming out of your mouth, whether you meant it that way or not, someone has heard it in a certain way. So I'm going to show you my illustration real quick. All right, you see here we have a paper plate with a tube of toothpaste. Now, have you ever brushed your teeth and maybe you got just a little bit too much toothpaste coming out? Have you ever tried to put that toothpaste back in once it's out? Here's the deal. Once that toothpaste comes out, it's always out. There's no getting it back into the tube, whether you've got too much or not. You just can't get that back in. And in the same way, our words cannot go back in once they're out. So I just want us to be aware of the things that we post on Facebook, the things we post on social media, wherever that may be. I want to be aware also of the words that we say, and the fact is, words have meanings. You know, there's the old adage that sticks and stones may break my bones, but words can never hurt me. But that is so untrue, because words have power, because words have meaning. So before you say what you think you want to say, before you continue the gossip, before you continue the rumors, whatever they may be, you need to just take a look back and think about that tube of toothpaste. After it's squeezed out, you can't put it back. In the same way, once those words have left your mouth, once you have typed them out and hit send, they are out there forever. So stick with me. We'll have another part to this video coming up. Thanks. Bye. Hey Stones Hill, I'm back here again with you. Another illustration for you. We've talked about second chances this week. And so often what happens is we judge ourselves based on things we've done, or we judge others based on the things that we've seen in their lives. And the amazing thing is, we have a God that doesn't hold things against us. I heard an illustration this week talking about the reason Jesus uses the fact that he takes our sin and he destroys it, he gets rid of it as far as the east is from the west. And the reason is because if you go around the world from east to west, if you go east, you're always going to be heading east. If you go west, you're always going to be heading west. But if you go north, you're going to eventually hit south. If you go south, you're going to eventually go north. So just an amazing illustration, the fact that Jesus tells us that he's the one that covers all of our sin. We don't have to hold on to these things anymore. We don't have to believe the lies that the world tells us. And we don't have to hold others to those same lies. Oftentimes we want to judge someone based on the things they've done, but we talked about the fact that God can use those things that we've done, and he can make them into something beautiful. He takes the mistakes that we've made, and he gives us second chances. And in those second chances, we have opportunities to make things right. Again, we don't have to be held to those same standards any longer, because we have the blood of Christ that has redeemed us. So I just want to say again, it's been a wonderful series. I've really enjoyed it. I think there's some depth that has come out of it. Next week we'll start our small groups. And during this time we also have a testimony that will be given. One of our students, she's got a testimony that she wants to share, and some of the stuff that we'll be talking about, it's going to be a little bit deep. There's going to be some different elements to it, but there may be some that don't feel like they're ready for some of these talks. There's going to be some elements of hurts that they've had from their past, things that they've experienced, things that have happened to them sexually. So if you feel like your children aren't ready for that, let me know. I'll make arrangements for that. I still encourage them to come to be a part of the small groups for that night. So again, we'll make arrangements for those that don't feel like they're able to hear all of what's to be said. A few other announcements, things coming up. SOS, the deadline, May 1st. I need your paperwork back as soon as possible. I also, you can get me the money. It doesn't have to be in May 1st, but just remember that for students, the price is $60. So we need that as soon as possible. And then also, we are still waiting for seniors to get their pictures back and their stats back as well. The stats include everything that they have done throughout their high school years. And so I just encourage you, get those things back into me. Again, I appreciate you as parents. I appreciate you as students. I know some of the things we deal with on a week in and week out basis can be difficult, but we're on the same team, and I really just want to be someone that partners with you through all of these life obstacles that we face. And so just remember, we've all received a second chance through Jesus, so don't let those things hold you up too much. We'll see you next week. Bye.